I step out of my
You're tired?
yeah. If I'm on stream,
Alright. And he should be loading in, so I think we should be good to go. Good afternoon, good evening. Oh, actually, hold on. I'm not talking the game.
Dire team ban.
Got me broadcast. Okay, get ready. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DotP Wednesday in-house. This is Lobby 2, game number 1, brought to you by Wivrex and my super special friend.
5 seconds
He
remaining.
is not endoplasmic reticulum. He is not the powerhouse of the cell. He packages proteins into vesicles.
Radiant team's
That's right, he is Golgi apparatus.
someone did their fucking research. Jesus Christ.
I googled today.
You know, I first choice was for my name was Nucleus, but that was surprisingly already
10
taken.
seconds remaining.
So I had to go with the GolgiApp.
You didn't want to be
Ribosome.
mitochondria? That's the powerhouse
5
of the
seconds
cell.
remaining.
I don't know, man. My second other choice was
Fire team's
ribosome,
turn
and
to
a
be.
lot of my like Smurfs or whatever, if I ever do make them in video games, they are called ribosome.
That's pretty good. Ribosome's a good one.
It sounds cute, you know. GolgiApp sounds cute, and ribosome sounds cute. Like mitochondria is just too much, you know. It's just too many syllables.
Your Smurfs should be vesicles, because the Golgi app
That
makes
would
vesicles.
make sense, wouldn't it? That would be like scientific.
Well, looking at our draft, enough banter for you, ladies and gentlemen. We have some bans out and some picks out. No meme teams today. It will just be Dire versus Radiant. And the first pickups on each team, it will be a
5
Warlock
seconds
for the
remaining.
Dire, Centaur Warrunner for the Radiant. I like both of these picks.
Reserve time.
Yeah,
Actually,
for sure.
I don't.
Feeling those
I lied. I
icy
don't
tenders.
like Centaur.
What's wrong with Centaur?
I just ever since like that, just go hard strength and let the towers kill themselves on you. Build came into existence. I've just he's left a bad taste in my mouth.
Or I mean, at least they changed the illusion thing because that was pretty bullshit. Like Centaur Runner, Shadow Demon Strike, that was absolutely retarded. Because I mean, like they didn't even apply the like illusion damage debuff on them for some reason with the return, so the tower just instantly melted. We just send two
5
Centaur
seconds
Wall
remaining.
Runner clones in with just a harder Trask, and then you just get free pushes all the time.
Reserve time.
Yeah, and a lot of
That was
times I
very
see
short.
Centaur picked up. You know, one of his big strengths is his Stampede, of course, his ability to close gaps, and. But if you're not using him for that, for having your team just run over the other team, it's a lot of time he's just a worse Slardar, it feels like.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt for a very long time. Especially when Centaur War Runner was out of the meta because he wasn't in the meta. Like he showed up like very end of like 6.8
Dire
meta.
team ban.
Like, but before that, for a very long time, Centaur Warlord had basically no picks, and Slaughter has been a mainstay in competitive play for like as long as I can remember. The character is just like perfect, you know. He has like basically no weaknesses. He can get in, get out. He can
10 seconds
semi carry.
remaining.
He can play position 4. He can play position 3. He can just
5
do so many
seconds
things, right? And he can initiate disengage. He can reveal invis targets, reduce
Reserve
armor, so he
time.
fits into that strategy. Just he's got everything.
He's got a bash for BKB
Yeah.
people.
Yep.
Yeah, he's great.
Super high mobility. Yeah, it's like Centaur. You know, they got the similar idea of blink in and stun, but the difference is Centaur stun takes much longer to come out. The cast point is longer, so people can react to it sometimes. And on top of that, Slardar, I mean, has Stampede on permanently, basically,
10
on
seconds
Guardian Spirit. Of
remaining.
course, he doesn't give it to his teammates, but when you're looking for Initiator, Slardar, I
5
think, is
seconds
more
remaining.
stronger, because that way, than Centaur War Runner.
I think
He
Centaur
just
Warner,
isn't-
he's not a Centaur. He's half dressage horse because he has to do a fancy
Dire
little
team's
dance
turn to ban.
before he can stun.
Yeah, for sure. Like Centaur War Runner is like definitely more, as we talked about, like a siege character, right? He definitely excels longer in like more in longer engagements in team
10
fights where
seconds
you want a
remaining.
proper tank, because I mean Slaughter is pretty durable, but
5
his
seconds
gameplay
remaining.
is entirely based around getting in and out, getting in and out. Like you blink in, you stun, you sprint
Reserve
out,
time.
and then you wait for your blink to come back off cooldown, and then you blink in and stun again. That's kind of like Slaughter's playstyle. While Centaur Runner, you just kind of blink in and ulti and maybe pop Stampede somewhere there, and just kind of stay on the enemies and just constantly deal damage. So definitely a more damaging option, especially if you are not looking for a physical-based team.
I like this Keeper of the Light pickup, though. I feel like if there isn't someone who specifically wanted to play it, it does feel like it's in response to the Slaughter. That's one thing where he can... Sure, you can sprint.
Yeah.
You can sprint all you want. All your mana away.
Radiant
that's
team's turn to ban.
Very good point. Keeper of the Light, just one of the best characters you can have against a mobile character like Slaughter. Of course, we have this is a mobile character on Warlock who one of his skills makes him stay still for 30 seconds.
10
But,
seconds remaining.
it's definitely not, aimed towards Warlock, which, they don't really care. Warlock, he's kind of this character that's kind of blows all of his spells and he can die. Just one of those characters. Lifestealer is a great pickup with Slaughter. It's always a classic. Lifestealer gets in the Slaughter boat and he just blinks in, and with the Corrosive
10
Haze,
seconds remaining.
no one really survives that kind of damage. Maybe actually Centaur could,
5
but
seconds
even Centaur
remaining.
is pretty questionable.
Reserve time.
Well, all the bans are out, and it's mostly just big cores.
Yeah, there's some supports here. The Lion band is kind of surprising. I actually think Lion is one of the weakest supports this patch, which is surprising to say because the character is, I mean, when you look at his skill set, it just seems like he has everything you want on support.
He used to be able to just hex the golem, and that would remove it, right? But that was changed a long, long time ago.
Oh, really? That's crazy. I mean, there was, even when I was playing, when I started playing Dota, the diffusal blade insta-killing golems was still a thing, which was also ridiculous. And I'm surprised that stayed in for a very long time, because that was in the game a couple of years ago. And Warlock never really saw play, because you just carries get diffusal blade, you get like 350 gold just per charge, and then you just shut down Warlock.
5 seconds remaining.
On top being a very decent item. Of course, it was nerfed pretty heavily in the
Reserve
most recent
time.
patch, and you kind of never see it anymore.
Yeah, Diffusal's been eating a lot of nerfs, I think, patch after patch, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was like the strongest carry item of like 6.88. I believe that was the last patch in 6, right? That was like the strongest core item. Like you built it on like every agi core. I don't like see a single character that you wouldn't build on. Like it was great on like Juggernaut. It was great on characters like Ricky. Like sometimes range characters would even build it just because the stats it gives were so efficient.
10 seconds
I like this
remaining.
VS pickup. More minus armor for the team. And one thing I
Yep.
hadn't even thought about
5 seconds remaining.
is that's even valid for Lifestealer to get in if she's got
Reserve time.
pretty good levels in Nether Swap. She can just swap something near the person they want to go on, and that's another Lifestealer vessel.
Right, but I mean, for that to happen, it needs to have two enemies really close to each other. Unless she has an Egg Interceptor that she can swap with creeps, but before that, she only can swap with heroes. So if they ever do get close, that for sure is an option. Have you been seeing like Vengeful Spirits play as carry more recently? That's something that I've been noticing actually. She seems to be like the new Drow in the meta, like kind of team fighting like range core, if we think about Lone Druid, kind of, I mean he in himself is a little bit like Drow, but it's less confrontational. Drow kind of gets in there and just kind of stays in until she dies or she wins the fight. And Vengeful Spirit kind of feels the
10
same way to
seconds
me
remaining.
when played as a core.
I haven't seen it much, but I know, Core Venge has always been a real niche thing, but you're saying you've seen it more often than you have before?
Reserve
Yeah, I've been
time.
seeing it a lot more on stream and a few tournaments too. Like, I mean, I don't think is a big part of the meta. I mean, she's a big part of the meta when it comes to just being a support still, but as a core, I've been seeing her pop up more often in this patch than before. Like you can if you watch like high level streamers like I don't know, Sing Sing or RTZ or any kind of streamers, just kind of like 6K ish players, you kind of run into a lot of carry venges nowadays, and she seems quite strong. She seems to have a very strong timing push as long as she doesn't get too far behind.
Radiant
She seems
team's
to be able
turn
to pump
pick.
out some pretty good damage. And her talents really
Radiant
help
team's
too.
turn to pick.
So Radiant's going to pick up a Viper here. I feel like this is a response just to the Slardar Lifestealer Venge. A much more durable hero. Which
Yeah,
is
this
something
entire
that Radiant,
team
I think,
feels-
really needs here is a lot
10
of
seconds
a
remaining.
lot
I
of
mean,
durability.
yeah, they really don't want to die. Like Centaur,
5
Necrophos,
seconds
Viper, all
remaining.
these characters are just incredibly difficult to kill. But the problem is, of course, we gotta think
Reserve
about
time.
like their longevity in the game. I mean, it's not a problem if they want to finish the game early. I mean, they can have a really potentially powerful pushing lineup.
10 seconds
With Keeper
remaining.
Light, Necrophos, Viper being incredibly good at being able to push early
5
game.
seconds
And when
remaining.
Centaur Runner gets his blink, which depending on how well he does in the lane, can force fights. And Phantom Assassin is a
Dire team's
perfect
turn to pick.
pick for carry for a team like this. A carry that kind of turns on the 20-minute mark. As long as she gets a decent Desolator timing, she can start fighting. And her dagger, even if she doesn't have items, a great way to deter enemies from defending
10
towers.
seconds remaining.
And with a big physical right-click team like this,
Tinker.
that blur is but there's some magic damage to deal there.
Yeah, for sure. A Final Assassin's worst nightmare is any kind of magic damage nuke. Tinker by himself isn't going to be enough, but there are other characters that are definitely going to be able to contribute to that. Like Tinker's full combo with Vengeful Spirits, Q, and a couple of right clicks from the carries should be able to kill her pretty fast.
Yeah, PA can
Well, of
get
course,
the
the idea
supports,
is-
but everyone else, it doesn't look like she has a very easy time jumping like she'd like to.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's just going to be kind of like, throwing daggers and stuff like that. And she's definitely not going to be blink striking in first. She's definitely waiting for them to initiate on Centaur or Viper or, them to start initiating. But, that's kind of how core
seconds remaining.
Phantom Assassin usually plays until she gets a BKB. They just kind of poke away with the dagger
5
until they get a
seconds
lucky
remaining.
crit or some kind of initiation happens.
Well, the teams are out. The game has started. Assume we're going to have our signature dot pause. I'm locking up, actually. There we go.
Battle.
And into anticipation of that, I will go ahead and introduce the Radiant. It is going to be Ninja Taiga on the Keeper of the Light, Tryhard on the Viper, Always Green on the Necro, Garabaggio. I'll just call him Garbage. Garbage on the on the War Runner Centaur. Sorry, Garabaggio. And it will be Funky on the PA.
Over on the Dire, we have EV440 on the Vengeful Spirit, Chilled Wind playing his Tinker, Tutor on Slardar, Spooby on Warlock, and Tuo inside on the Lifestealer.
Just looking at the heroes right now, I feel like I favor Dire's draft a lot.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, I mean, Radiant has taken definitely a more riskier draft. They're the team that kind of needs to push the pace, and they can't be the one playing reactively, so they have to kind of be the proactive one, which can be scary at times. But their team can definitely do win, but unfortunately it does hinge on their lanes performing really well.
The battle's starting.
So is it going to be kind of a everyone gets maybe up to, I don't even know what their target is, but after some point in the laning phase, 4 of them go around and try and push objectives and not die while the PA can get a little extra farm, then the PA comes to fight?
I think PA can definitely even start fighting with the entire team. She's one of those characters that can start fighting immediately. like around the 20-minute mark. Like I actually like it says there's I mean she can start fighting 15-minute-ish mark too if she picks up like a team fighting item like Vlad's, which she might want to do. I mean it's kind of like out. It has been kind of phased out of PA's build because she can get lifesteal out of her talents now. But I feel like a game like this where you want to be team fighting early and often, it might be worth considering.
And so far, this PA is going to be left solo in the lane, and it's gone about as well as you would expect, given those circumstances. Evo eating some horses to the face.
Interestingly enough, I think if there's a lane they can afford to lose, it is this lane. I think them having a Blink Dagger on Centaur is quite important, and getting Viper a strong start against Tinker is much more important to their mid-game push than having their PA be stronger earlier. Well, of course, we do see Necrophos do move down bot lane to help the carry a little bit.
And actually, Spooby's rotating top. He's going to get seen immediately by a ward. But they know that Tudor's alone now. Oh, he's just going to double crush here. It's alright, they've got green here to support them, to sustain them very easily.
Is it me, or does PA look really shiny?
Evo's taking a lot of damage here. Oh, he's got the magic missile, and they've got the heals keeping him alive. Oh, but he's gonna eat an illuminate right to the face. Now Ninja Taiga's the one on the run, getting hit up by that Nakes, and he will take him out quite easily.
I mean, it's well worth it. It was first blood, so he did end up getting like 200 more gold for that. So although they did end up feeding it to Nakes, but it's pretty good. I mean, I think of the rating can really actually benefit from Keeper Light having some farm here, because Keeper Light having an early egg interceptor can really swing a fight, especially when it comes to pushes, because your team will have like basically constant heals, and they'll never have to go back to base.
Tudor's taking a minor amount of harass, but he's taking almost no damage.
Yeah, he has a poor man's shield and 2 mangoes, so he has quite a bit of regen.
Ninja Taiga is just going to be spamming out Illuminate on the waves here, it looks like. Trying to harass as much as he can, but... So yeah, he's getting a little bit done. He's burning up a lot of their regen, but they've got quite a bit more as well. Oh, Tudor is going to be getting gone on here in the bottom. He did crush. Is he be able to make it out? Mango's up for the first time. Tryhard eating a lot of damage from this Tinker here in the mid.
Oh, Slaughter gets stunned up mid, bot, I mean, by the Centaur, but he's just gonna stick around to get to his XP.
Tryhard's gonna be forced to... No, he's not gonna use it. He's going for the bounty, gonna get the second bounty and then Fountain up. Or Shrine up. Spoopy's here, immediately is going to go ahead and heal up Mr. Tudor, and now Tudor is chasing PA out of lane. PA is gonna use the salve. Get out. More Illuminate spam on the top. It just, he's catching both of them every time. That's gotta be annoying.
Yeah, oh man, and this might actually kill Avenge? Yeah, it does, holy crap. They need
And
to get
now
an award
Chilled
for
Wind's
that.
getting a lot of damage
ASAP.
here in the mid from Tryhard. That laser beam's
that is
finally wearing
definitely-
off. Gets the kill. Easy peasy. Oh, and then
double
Ninja, he
kill,
gets another
what?
one on... Oh, Ninja. My Ninja.
God. He has 1300 gold already. And
That's a pretty good
this
start,
might get
yeah.
disastrous if like Keeper ends up getting against after super early.
Fights on the bottom. Necro went down now. Spooby and Tudor. On the run, a double edge right into Spooby's face. He's got the heals. Heals, stuns. They might be able to get him out of here. Tudor's out front. Oh no, but Funky runs forward, blinks on him. Does not have, no, he doesn't have a dagger or anything.
There's going to Shrine up here. So pretty exciting early game so far. And I'm glad to see Tryhard winning his mid lane. I mean, that's the purpose of taking Viper mid. And if you don't win your lane as a Viper, I think like you could basically kind of failed it. You kind of lost your lane if you don't win it. It's like one of those characters that, you know, it has no purpose but to win the lane and then kind of control the mid game pace.
All right, they're committing Centaur down to this bot lane to make sure that PA is safe, and they're just leaving the Keeper here, and that's almost fine. This Keeper, he's already got his point booster up. He's going straight for Ags. The sustain on that is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, Shield managed to get a kill onto Tryhard in the mid. Not gonna go down to any poison.
Looks like, yeah, he went a little too aggressive there. It's kind of interesting, because Centaur can't really get in for the farm's top. It basically ends up being Keeper of Light playing the position 3, and the Centaur having the position 4 farm. Ninja Tiger is gonna be able to find a nice ward there for himself. Even gets the sentry down, so he can see if the enemy are going to ward him. It's interesting the Avenge actually start with a Blightstone. I think she could have done a lot more in this lane with like a magic wand or something.
Yeah, stood a little bit longer. Well, this the Keeper's playing it very correctly, where every time he illuminates, it's outside of the lane.
This might be dangerous.
No, it didn't hit him! Oh, that is just too bad.
He was charging it a lot more earlier, so I mean, Illuminate's hard to aim because, you know, it has the insanely long charge time.
Tudor and Spooby, once again, getting a kill here in the bottom lane. Spooby asking for a pause.
I mean, of course they can. His eyes are on fire.
Oh, that's... medically, I don't think that's correct.
Maybe he's doing some demon magic.
I mean, I guess at that point you use that chemical burn station, you know, the eye wash.
Or yeah, just go into the shower and just spray right into your eye. Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's fine. He came back pretty fast. Looks like he just got something in his eye.
Poor Evo, he's trying to play this Venge, and the Keeper, he's got his boots up, his tranquil boots, so Evo can't even catch up to him when he gets him, like, when he gets near him. Oh, he's about to eat another wave to the face.
This is going to hurt, yeah.
Oh, he's almost dead.
Ninja Tiger can just walk in. Okay, Evo is hiding. I want Ninja to just...
He's ready whenever.
He's
trying. Nope. Okay.
But I mean, Evo revealed himself. I would dive that. I would just go. Well, no, Evo's too healed up now. I'll just right click into that. Not anymore though.
I mean, he's pressuring him so bad though. Look, even oh, there we go. Finally, Lifestealer's gonna catch up. He's out of range for open wounds though. What a jerk. And here he goes, he's ready again. Firing away, 2-0, taking a lot of damage, not gonna get the rage in time.
That's the worst feeling, you waste some mana on the rage and then dodge the spell.
Oh no, Tudor, he did a crush, but it wasn't enough. He's getting healed up right now, he's trying to TP out, he's got out of here, he's fine. Now Spooby's gotta go though. Spooby, as soon as he started TPing, probably should have walked. He's not dead yet.
He's probably gonna be dead the next day.
He's juking.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, these guys, someone needs to... Oh,
he's
taking a lot of damage. Oh no.
Oh no. The jukes.
Oh, he's got him. And is he gonna make it out? He's got one more dagger. Funky's trying to go. He's got creeps and Tudor's back. No way he gets away with that.
Why not play? God damn. I thought he was dead for sure. But that juke bought him enough time with the Shadow Ward on him to heal himself just enough to survive the next barrage from the Phantom Assassin.
Well, fights here again. Spooby running, but just taking daggers to the face. Tudor looking to go on Viper and gets him easy peasy.
This is looking pretty bad for the Radiant so far. they really can't be losing the laning phase this bad.
The one thing that they maybe have going for them now is this this Coddle's a mere 2k away from an Ags already. If they get that, that is so much better than a mech. If it's daytime, they can push indefinitely.
Yeah, for sure. And there's nothing that Dire will be able to defend against that when it's coming out this early. Like a single Illuminate is gonna basically heal the entire team's full health.
Chilled is gonna laser up Tryhard, but Tryhard hit him with a Viper Strike. Oh, he rearmed, managed to get another one out. Chilled is out of mana though. He's not gonna have it. Yep, Tryhard's just gonna be able to beat him down.
Man, my camera control is so bad right now.
Oh, we've been missing a lot from this game. It's just all over the place.
Like you're talking about like a fight that's going on, and I'm like looking at Coddle blasting the Lifestealer in the jungle.
Oh, you got to crush up, yeah, onto Tryhard. But there's a shrine there. Tryhard's gonna be just fine. Haze, don't think so, sir.
It's kind of funny we see 2-0 kind of relegated to jungle because he can't stay in the lane against the Coddle.
That's disgusting. Oh, immediately he's gonna find him. He doesn't have the mana.
No mana!
No mana to slow him. Oh my god.
Definitely
feels bad.
Yeah, feels bad, man.
In the mid, Tudor, maybe the target of some aggression. In the top, aggression already happening. Nope, just Illuminate spams. Everyone's
Tudor
so
didn't
close
get
to
his
each other
Viper
all the
Strike
time.
off.
There we go, stun up onto garbage. Nope, nope, just walks away. Chilled, he's got his BOTs up, he's gonna be just jumping around the map, pushing away. Here we go. Ooh, Stampede is committed just to get garbage out of there. He's got, oh, he had, they didn't even hit him once, he just already had Shadow Word on him.
Yeah, was it Shadow Ward or the Fatal one?
A little bit of, actually I don't think the, I don't know, it could have been from the creeps, but he definitely was taking a ton of damage from Shadow Word as well.
Right, yeah. I mean, this Tiger didn't take any damage, so definitely not Fatal one, so yeah, it must have been Shadow Ward. Double damage bottled up for Slardar.
They are ready to go here and on PA. Oh, hopefully he doesn't get himself seen. He's seen.
You wanna go?
He got seened.
Yeah, he's just gonna use it to farm. So far, we just see Coddle jungling. He's only 1,000 gold away from Zegans.
They want to go. They're ready to go in on PA. Immediately crushed up. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of damage. There we go.
No TPs for the team.
Now they're gonna be ready to just push this. Dire mid taking a lot of damage though. Top still a little safe. Viper and Necro putting in a bit of damage, but Shield can always come get them off for a bit.
We see, I think, PA actually building towards a Ring of Aquila, which I think is a big mistake. Yeah, she finished the Ring of Aquila because Viper already has Ring of Aquila, and I'm assuming their team is going to want to fight early. Top 2 getting pretty low. It's going to be okay.
Yeah, what do you think she should have got instead?
It should turn the Basilius into Vlad's. I mean, because then they won't be doubling up on the item. Funky, well, 2, this is a little aggressive. That's a PA, man. You can miss. That's a risk that you don't really want to take.
They're pinned behind this tower right now. I think they need to just... I don't know what they need to do at this point. Tudor taking a lot of damage. He's about to eat an Illuminate! And then stun, double edge! But Centaur, a lot of damage. There goes. Tower takes him down. Evo on the run. But Funky just doesn't care. Throw another Illuminate. Take him out. They've got a Warlock. Warlock is level 9. They have not been fighting around this chaotic.
They're beating on on Dire's top
They could
tower.
absolutely like with how aggressive top has been. I think Warlock should have been here.
Yeah, I
Way
mean, he
earlier.
did get a kill with the chaotic offering last time, so. I mean, he did also kill the centaur top not too long ago, so he has been roaming properly. Just hasn't found a good time for a chaotic offering.
Someone better help Dire.
This is one of those things. I know. I understand it's a big team fight ult, but when you get your 6, as soon as you get it, it's good to just use it on a single person, because
Yep.
you end up 15 minutes in the game like we are now, and it hasn't been used once. It's just wasted cooldown. Oh, but they're ready. Here goes the chaotic. Right on the two
nice.
2-0s here, but they've got Ninja Tiger. They've got the Venge behind them as well. There we go. Finally, some revenge on that PA, and maybe some revenge on Ninja Tiger. No, they are going to be forced out. Illuminate is used up. He's got his Ags already.
Yes,
But it is-
I mean, it's not daytime,
It's
but
nighttime,
God.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
he has that blinding light and recall up permanently. It's crazy.
there we go. Should be able to blinding light here. Hopefully, no, it's going to be a stun
Three-man
on to
push.
3 instead. Now they're getting caught. Garbaggio on the run. Nice laser right into that coddle, and they're all going to go down.
Double kill.
PA's TPing in. Go.
Chipped away.
That's what you call a aggressive TP.
Attack.
That's bad. When your whole team's dead and they're 5, they should have punished that for sure.
Dire's bottom
Yeah.
tower needs some help.
PA should be hopefully somewhere else farming right now.
This is painful to see. They just killed 4. They're as 5, and they just back off. I don't feel that's the way to play this game, especially when Radiant needs every little advantage they can get in the early game.
Yeah, I guess Dire's mentality is that it's the fact that if they can drag the game out long enough, they'll eventually win. So they just want to play safe rather than risk pushing a tower and losing a team fight, which I can understand. Oh man, those Illuminates doing so much damage. It did half of a Chilled's life with just one Illuminate. And now it's daytime.
This is basically a core keeper at this point.
Yeah, I mean he has like he's 30 gold under the Tinker, who's at the top. He's the second highest net worth right now. This keeper.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
Disgusting.
he is their position like 1 currently.
Oh, Spooby immediately gonna get mana leak, eating a blast, and there's no way he's out of here. Oh man, look at that that Fatal Bonds too. You have all these people around, and it's 4 creeps and 1 keeper.
The luck. Right, so hopefully they look to push this. Coddle, they need you, buddy. It's a good D ward though, but he should
Yeah.
be there.
Oh,
helping his
right
team
away.
push during the day.
Damage out onto Evo, and they're gonna force TPs in. They don't have their chaotic or anything to fight this. Actually, it'll be 15
Yeah,
minutes.
but they
15
do have
seconds
Tinker
to chaotic.
March.
Chaotic's
This is
back
the
in 9
unfortunate
seconds.
part.
He's TPing in. They're ready to fight. No, they're good to go now. They can repel this. As long as they
It's
get
some
everyone in
farm.
here.
Targeting no farm. He doesn't have the blink dagger to be able to catch Tinker.
Oh, 2-0's going in, but Tudor, he's getting mana leaked, so now he's in the back line. Oh, he's green. There we go. There's the chaotic. On to 3 of them. They immediately get that stupid Necro. Rampage is going to be used. They're charging out of here. Garbaggio on the run. They're fighting the rest of the team now on the back. BA going to get a kill up. On to Venge. No, that was the Warlock. Oh, Funky goes down. Chilled. Missiles. And that went pretty well for Radiant.
I think Funky just died by standing in the march actually. But Chilled had just TP'd out anyways.
Oh, that does not feel good. Well, they're gonna get some good damage out onto this, and after getting a team fight, they are going to push. Oh, this Golem.
Yeah, that's some free gold for the Coddle again.
Yeah,
This
that
Coddle is
should
so
have.
rich.
It came from like up here. It should have been in that fight if they had used it.
Oh, they did use that earlier. I think they just got mismicroed up there.
Did get short shrift. Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
It's interesting. Slaughter actually decided to go for a Midas over a Blink.
Top tower deserves justice.
Oh, as you said, if they can just delay this game out.
Yeah. I mean, it's greedy, and greed is always good if you win.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
So if they're trying
Greed
to
is
drag it
good.
out,
Wasn't that a Warcraft cheat?
is it?
Greed is good?
I actually have never played Warcraft. I played it like in PC bangs in Korea, but like outside, I actually never owned a copy of it. I just play StarCraft.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as
They really need to get this blink on Centaur ASAP. He decided to go for a hood, which makes sense. After the hood, he should definitely look to see if he can make some time in the jungle to get some money.
2-0? Yeah, that's, Midas not slowing him down too much. He is pretty close to that blink right now, unless they get killed again. He is going aggressive right now. He's got a life stealer inside of him. Spooby's invisible as well. Looking to see if they can find someone here. I don't think they saw him there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just splitting those towers correctly.
Oh,
This keeper's got to be worth so much money. There goes a stun immediately. All the damage out. I guess he's been dying enough that despite how ahead he is, he's not worth a lot.
I mean, that was his third death. Yeah, 435, pretty good for a support coddle. But I guess they're behind on net worth. Are they currently behind on net worth? Let's see.
Radiant
Yeah,
is
the Dire is
behind,
ahead
yeah.
of 1.5. Yeah.
Now here's something mildly scary. In 3 levels, do you think Keeper's gonna take the 25-second respawn time talent?
Smart money.
He's got that or 20 XP?
Yeah. I mean, I think 25 respawn time makes more sense.
Especially when he's doing as much work as he is.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I mean, these are the 2 talents I think that are like, considered the worst in the game. The respawn time talents and the XP gain talents. And I usually think respawn time is slightly better than XP gain. On most characters, anyways.
It depends on the game. The respawn time can be absolutely critical sometimes.
Yeah.
Some games are just like they're constantly fighting 6v5 because one guy dies, but he'll be back so quickly.
Yeah. And Coddle is one of those characters, if you are losing the game, he's the one you depend on for the high ground defense. So if you can stay alive and keep her alive for as long as you can, it definitely is a talent you're looking for. So I'm assuming they're waiting for daytime before they can do anything, which seems like a smart decision considering they have a very rich coddle.
What's he got now? He's got that Ags, and he's just working on a Yules, it looks like, or Force Staff.
Yeah. I feel like this coddle's gotta stop farming these lanes and jungles and give it to Centaur, because Centaur can easily jungle now.
Yeah, he's got what he needs for it.
He's got Hood of Defiance, that's all he needs for jungle.
And look at Centaur, he's second to last in the net worth charts across everyone.
And they're
Last
going
on his
for
team,
Sean.
definitely. Radiant does not
Radiant
seem to know
doesn't
about
scout
this.
this out. This is actually pretty critical.
It's taken a while. They definitely could use Venge here.
Yeah, the Venge even actually has, okay, she's throwing her Howl in, so it does have pretty low armor now. It'd be nice if
look
she
at
could
him, he's
apply
melting
her
now.
medallion. Doesn't really matter.
Using that for the creep push instead, so they've got the Roshan here. Tudor very low on mana though, no crushes. They'll have to get him up a bit before they try and fight.
I would love to see GolgiApp use his double edge to farm, because I actually have not seen him use double edge at all to farm. Like, doesn't cost any mana, man.
Yeah, he's got Tranks.
He got Tranks and Hood. Like, man, you barely take any damage from that. Just like use it to farm. You'll get your Blink Dagger in no time.
Man, Ninja, it seems like he's always at least clipping one heroes with a max channel illuminate.
Yeah.
Evo here just took some damage. And that always, I guess that,
the recipient.
yeah, that always makes Dire feel like they may not be 100% ready to fight. Like, they want to be at full strength, but with that kind of harass and spam out, it's hard to be at full strength all the time.
Well, it's daytime now, so I'm hoping the Radiant are looking for a push. Final Assassin actually got her Blink Dagger. Sorry, not Blink Dagger, Desolator. Which is going to be very important in the next team fight.
Under attack.
Venge getting gone, but backs off.
Yep.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
Slardar did not get a blink. He went for a Force Staff instead. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if you're looking forward to becoming a vehicle for Lifestealer, definitely not the item. Like, definitely not the optimal item. But it could help get Tinker out of trouble, which could be very important to their defenses when it comes to getting our towers getting pushed.
Yeah, it's one of those things where between dagger spam and those illuminate waves, just having a dependable reposition over the one that could constantly be getting put on cooldown might be worth it. I don't entirely disagree with the Force Staff.
Yeah, I mean, Force Staff is always a good item. We see the Radiant finally making their move top.
Yep, they are ready to go, and there is no one here to stop them.
Dire's top
They
tower is
can't
under
even TP in for this. They're just gonna give it up.
I hope to see them actually push to tier 2 here. So they're going back off. Centaur actually going for a full pipe, which is very understandable. They're facing against the Tinker, but I think, I mean, like, it's a defensive item, right? Like, you get against Tinker to be defensive, but I think a Blink Dagger could be more effective because if you kill Tinker, you don't need the pipe to be able to deal with his bullshit. Of course,
Or
it's
try to
still,
a blink or a Force
Yes,
Staff
I
forward and a
think
crush onto Keeper, but Keeper is taking no damage. There we go. Golem's going to be used to catch 2 out of them. Stampede is used to disengage, but they're still in front. They've got Mech, they've got Illuminate. They are back almost to full strength. And now Dire does not have their ultimate. They do have the Golem though. So see, here's another thing. They use Golem, and then it always just ends up sitting here.
yeah, the micro isn't very good on it. Is it?
Radiant's bottom tower
He could at
is
least
under
use it to farm jungle camps or something, and definitely feeding it is the worst idea possible.
It's oh no!
Radiant's
Feeding it they shall.
attack.
Oh yeah, it just stands there, 150 gold. Alright, so pipe complete for Centaur, which is going to be able to help them in the next team fight.
Then we definitely want to see him get that blink up.
Yeah, for sure. Blink is definitely needed. I would also love to, I mean, I would have loved to see him also get a blade mail. This entire team, like, Viper could build blade mail actually, and Necro is already building a blade mail. If they just kind of, like, 3-man blade mail into a march, you could just outright kill Tinker actually.
Yeah, but they've got the same option against this Keeper.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
But-
I love just when a Keeper is a big nuisance and everyone just gets a blade mail, and they're like, okay, no, Keeper's picking up a gem.
But at least the Dire team is a lot less, like, they have less carriers for, blade mail than Radiant do. It's a little less viable.
Like the Necro, Viper, Centaur.
Centaur, yeah, those are the kind of natural carriers. Maybe not so much Viper, but he definitely gets as a flex item.
Alright, this gem's getting delivered out, but it is nighttime, so they're probably going to be super safe again until daytime. And then at that point, they are just going to look to take control of this map, deward everything.
Shield has finished his Aegon Scepter, so he did go for the Aegon Scepter Aether Lens build, which I do think is the build to go for this game. Because it's all about, you know, kind of defending against that early game push. And that Aether Lens Aegon Scepter laser is incredible at preventing the enemy from pushing.
Especially with all the, like, clicks that this team has. Another
man,
Rampage,
the
another
laser.
Stampede is used to disengage. But, and it's nighttime, they can't, they don't have the option to illuminate spam here. Necro's already used his mech, and nope, no further fight. I don't know, I feel like Dire could have pushed that.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the game so far is safety. So they're just happy taking towers and farming up.
They didn't even
Phantom
use
Assassin
Canuck.
actually. Phantom Assassin actually went for a Vanguard after this later.
Oh, Chill's about to get caught. Oh, but he's just seeping out. No one here that can stop him. What'd you say? PA got a...
Vanguard instead of BKB. I mean, it just seems a little out of order. She gets the Vanguard after that's a later. Like Vanguard's kind of like, you know, a
Early.
intermediary item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe he
help
felt
farm.
like he needed to farm or stay alive a little bit longer, and BKB, it still will get pierced by quite a bit on the other team. They've got the Chaotic, the Bash, the and the Venge swap, and I'm sure Lifestealer will be getting a Bash pretty soon.
Yeah.
Working on it now, in fact.
I mean, just felt like physical damage was the biggest of her biggest worries, right? Because she has Blur. But she is going for that BKB now instead of finishing up the Abyssal Blade, sorry. Which is the smart decision. Smoke's getting bought up for the Dire.
Radiant's middle tower
It's like
shouldn't
when I
have
see
to
a
take
Ping's
party.
coming out. They know. I think they know that this ward is here. Or if not, they suspect that with that gem they're about to deward it, and they are looking to make a fight happen. And they go onto mid. They're gonna find this ward, and they're gonna find this coddle as well. Oh, they're going the wrong way though.
I mean, they know Coddle is there.
Slardar stopped to
making
go
sure
get a
that
rune. They don't have chilled with them. This could go really bad for them. They're about to fight into 5. No. Oh, they're gonna find. They're gonna find Funky.
no.
Oh, what a bad time!
dominating.
Completely isolated from his team.
Well, that sucks.
So they got to pick. They've got Chaotic. They should be. I want to see him push. They need to push now. Just because they can wait till the later game doesn't mean that being this passive this early is necessarily okay. That's going to give the other teams
for
the
sure.
space that they need to get bigger in the quicker and hopefully close the game out.
Yeah, but it's just the fact that like their lanes aren't pushed out, right? That might be Chill not doing his job properly, but I think he's been doing his job well. It's just that Coddle is also a very, very good anti-push character.
Yeah, while Tinker has to sit in lane for a little bit and march, rearm and march, the Coddle gets to just illuminate and walk away. Go to the next lane.
Yeah. Actually, this is a very smart pickup for Coddle. He's actually building a Yule's next because their team has almost no ways to cancel Tinker's TP.
Centaur's also working on his Blink. It is pretty close, about 600 gold away, or 500 gold. Viper does have that blade mail up. And Necro's got his blade mail as well, so... Yeah, it's blade mail time. It's definitely going to start hurting Chilled or make it more difficult for him to do what he wants to do. Chill. Oh.
Just gonna let this top tower go.
Oh.
208 has a DD.
Right away, Slardar's getting gone on, but look how tanky he is. He's got a Shadow Blade as well. They've got that gem though, so this Shadow Blade's not the best thing in the world. There we go, 2-0's here in the fight, ready to go, and he's got to slow out. No, but he's getting slowed himself. There we go. Garbaggio's gonna go down. You're gonna turn the fight on to the next one. Oh, the Chaotic just misses
nice
Keeper.
force.
Oh, but he gets swapped in. Keeper is now on the map again. They don't have a stun. They're gonna change it onto Necro instead. Oh, being able to pick up that Coddle and get that gem would have been huge. 2-0's just doing so much
Yeah.
damage. There we go. Illuminate keeps
dude,
alive a little
that's
longer.
not the
but
right
now
way
he
to
gets
go.
seen. They don't have any way to get him. Shield's trying to blast away, but they've got this tower now. Like, they just killed so many.
Yeah,
Chill's got
they're
the creeps up in the
not
base.
working the way they want it.
That just went everything well for Dire. Very well played.
Yeah.
Coddle's getting away. They swap him back in. That baits PA to stay in the fight, who gets killed.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just that PA just wasn't there to be able to help his team. And there was only 3 there. There was Centaur, Necro, and Keeper there. And they were very indecisive about if they want to engage or not. 2 popped his Stampede and just kind of like teetered back and forth in and out of the fight rather than committing to one or the other. and just kind of stayed in it and ended up sacrificing his life.
It was a good fight, but unfortunately Dire just doesn't get any objectives out of it. The lane is pushed in, and I suspect they're grouping up with this Shrine to go maybe take a Roche in a minute. But look, your Keeper is just E-warding away.
This should make my life easier.
Yeah, this Keeper is really carrying, it's really keeping Radiant alive right now, this game.
A soldier's fortune.
Centaur actually has enough money in a few seconds for this Blink Dagger. So we might actually start seeing some initiating plays coming out of him.
So one thing we were talking about is that the later this game goes, the more it favors Dire. And look at Radiant's wards. They're really defensive. I feel like they need to be the ones across the map. Like they could have such good map control right now, but they seem to be scared.
Yeah, like they might have decided that, I mean, the way to win the game is catch up on farm somehow and then try to win a fight that way. I mean, it's hard to say when it comes to strategy. I mean, I agree with you that I think it's kind of an all-in strat that, you know, like even though you're losing, you just kind of keep forcing team fights and seeing where it goes, because if you farm and against a team with a Tinker, the Tinker teams will out-farm you all the time.
Yeah, and it's a 12k gold lead over to the Dire. The top 3 net worth positions claimed by the Dire right now as well. So it's just not going to plan. Oh,
Mid
2-0
lane.
jumping forward, immediately going to find PA, crush up, trying to get the damage. A Stampede is used, but it's not going to help.
Yeah, he
They
got
get a nice
bashed up.
bash lording.
Yeah, and that was without any kind of MKBs or anything like that. Does a very good combo. Slardar, Lifestealer.
Dire's just playing it right now as well. They get a pick off and immediately go to take the Roche. They've got all the tools they need to take this down quite quickly, and they've still got their Chaotic. They should be going for another objective push here, while Chilled keeps all the other lanes pinned.
Yeah, this is a slow death.
Death by 1,000 marches.
Yep. Basically that. We see Chilled pick up his Bloodstone now.
Oh!
For some of that extra mana.
Damn!
Oh man, these lane clears though, they really need to be able to kill this Keeper somehow if they want to push.
Yeah, this is going to be a very slow, very painful, very arduous high ground siege.
Yeah, they might actually have to go for the team-wide Blade Mail build or something. Or, I mean, just get a really good Blink crush on Caudle. But he doesn't have a Blink! This is where Force Staff is kind of lacking, right?
Oh, Stampede is used, and immediately they're catching Dire
Oh,
out a
no.
little bit here. But no, but instead they're going to use a Scythe. But here comes the Golem. Dropped down to 3-4. Everyone taking a ton of damage.
Gem on
Almost,
the
there
deck.
we go. Gem is on the deck now. Always green, trying to run. 2-0 is barely going to survive. They got the gem. They see the gem. No gem. Oh, they're going to recover this gem.
I guess he didn't see it. It's between the trees.
They forced a buyback, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just doing economic damage at this point.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate. They got 2 characters solo. I mean, we also saw kind of that miscommunication there too. We saw that Stampede kind of getting popped late, and after Stampede was popped, PA didn't know if he was meant to go in with it or out, so they were just kind of like, you know, dancing back and forth in that kind of like no man's area. But it has been a lot of double damage this game. A lot of double damage on Slardar win. I think this is the 4th one I've seen this game.
Oh, he gonna beat this tower up. Gone.
Radiant's bottom
Really
tower
effective.
has
He could go mid with that as well. There's just the amount of damage he was doing to that tower. They definitely need to clear these towers off and start setting up aggressive wards. Make sure the other team's just pinned in their base, and that's the point that they're gonna just use Chilled to make sure the lands are pushed in and get any tiny bit of chip damage they can at all the time. That's really how they play this, right? Is they need some way to do chip damage, maybe Necro or.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely the best way to do it is somehow
Take out the coddle.
somehow kill the coddle. Yeah, hey, maybe you need to have
That's-
a really good blink in by
That's a
Slardar.
pretty tall order, Golgi.
Yeah, definitely is. If the coddle
they've
plays
got
right,
2-0
it's definitely
though.
a hard game.
Oh, is he
no.
about to fight? Nope, Funky is not gonna go in on him. He does have that.
Middle tower is under attack.
Lifestealer inside of him. Tryhard doing a lot of damage. There we go. Chill jumps in. Some lasers. Some rockets. 2-0 jumps out.
Where did Radiant's
Tutor's
Alright.
getting a little bit greedy with his starter plays. He could have just kind of snuck up on him with the Shadow Blade and crushed him and then hazed him, but he wanted to get the extra damage on the Slither Crush from the haze, so he hazed first and then got seen.
Well, he was still under this tower, so he was seen already.
I mean, I don't think the sight reaches like here, because he was like here. I mean, he could have force staffed onto Viper, but it's not really that important. I mean, I think this is just effect of not having a blink dagger on him at the moment. Oh, he kind
He's
of went
going
in really
Yeah,
aggressive.
they have no one here. Oh, they're gonna force him out though. Right away, 2-0. No damage from that scythe. Gonna go on to Garbaggio. Garbaggio out of here. Trying to get the damage out onto Nye. 2-0.
Oh,
There he
man,
goes
that late.
down to the ultimate. And that's gonna be a third, fourth one. Tryhard on the run. There goes Chilled. That's rocket time. And there's no buybacks.
Man, I mean, I think that shows you how ahead
Radiant's bottom barracks
Dire is, because that was like the
That
worst
seems like the
initiation I've ever
riskiest
seen.
thing I've ever seen. That was like almost, that was the definition of high risk, low reward.
Yeah,
But
it
they
was
pull
like
it off.
just carry and like the offlaner going in there by themselves with no backup, like for like whole 10 seconds, and the entire enemy team can't do anything about it, and just the rest of the Dire just kind of strolls in and kills it. It is unfortunate.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
Well, we are going to see the slow death of the Radiant now. They still got their golems, and they are easily going to clean up these racks.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
not pretty
megas.
slow anymore.
Yeah, two big, huge dudes with flaming fists will help out with that.
Yep,
This one might be one
and a lot of negative armor.
Coddle, I definitely do not think that you can hold these guys for too long. Coddle did go for the XP gain, it looks like. If he'd have gone for that respawn time, some of those fights could have gone a little different,
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, he doesn't really need the XP, to be honest.
Oh, they're making some plays happen. Evo immediately jumping in, getting taken out, swaps in a tryhard. They've got another golem already though. Just starting punching away, and this is GG.
PA never popped her BKB. Still fresh 10 seconds.
You know what I think
Unfortunately,
the biggest problem for Radiant was this game? Too much farm on Coddle, not enough farm on everyone else. He was just clearing the map of farm.
Yeah, the Centaur needed to definitely get the farm priority there. The Coddle Scepter is very important to the team strategy, but not as important as the Blink Dagger on Centaur, and he never got that in the proper time, and by the time he got it, Tinker already had his Blink up, so, he was super hard to catch, and, I think we're seeing a lot of character unfamiliarity this game, especially from the Centaur. We didn't see him use his double edge to farm, which could accelerate him quite a bit, so, just a little bit of this and that.
Alright everyone, that was game 1, lobby 2. We'll see you guys in game 2.